Like we always do about this time.
And wrote a million songs, did a million gigs, and have ended up kind of doing a similar thing. But it literally came from writing a song a day, or 2 songs a day, or 5 songs a day, and just getting all these songs out of me, doing a million gigs, sometimes 3 gigs a day. Sometimes we did 6 gigs a day one year at Glastonbury. But I think you view it as a dirty tap. When you switch a dirty tap on, it's going to flow shit water out for a substantial amount of time, and then clean water is going to start flowing. And now and then you'll get a bit of shit, but as long as it gets out of you, it's fine. So with songs, you're going to write shit songs at the beginning. You are. My songs were terrible. My raps were terrible. Like, I've listened to it the other day. It's awful. But I got it out of me. And the more and more you write, the more and more you experience. And then you start flowing clean water, and songs start getting better and better and better. And when you're on a good streak, you're writing good songs, now and then you're going to write a shit song, and that song is out of you and you can move on. And it's the same with gigs. Like, you will always play bad gigs at the beginning. That's what you need to do. And then the more gigs you do, the better you'll get. Now and then you'll have a shit gig, but that's all right because you've got it out of you and you've experienced it. So I just say the more and more you can do, you put in your 10,000 hours, write as many songs as possible, gig as much as possible. Always be nice to people, because that is how the music industry works now. It doesn't work on who's the best. It works on who's got the best.
What you just saw was Ed Sheeran touch on a rule that I basically used to get me to the point I am with my rap career. You know, as far as making music, being able to rap, being able to put together songs, melody, and all that. And it's the 10,000 hour rule. The 10,000 hour rule is basically a rule that states in order to master a particular field, you need 10,000 hours of focus, practice, and education of that field. And it originates from a book called Mastery. And if you've been following me for a long time, you've heard me speak on this book Mastery many times. And this book Mastery is written by a phenomenal author, Robert Greene. He's the author of 48 Laws of Power, The Laws of Human Nature, The Art of Seduction, and he's just a great, phenomenal author. And this book changed my life. Without this book, I wouldn't have dove deep into music and dove deep into songwriting and melody and all of this different stuff that gave me the knowledge that I have today. And so I thought, why not kind of summarize the book for you guys, because I know a lot of people don't have time to sit down and read this long book, because it's a pretty long book. So I'm just going to summarize it and kind of apply it to your life as a rapper, if you wanted to be a rapper, okay? And so let's get into it. Now, the first part is about discovering your calling, discovering your life's task, discovering what your purpose is. So assuming that your purpose is music, your purpose is rap or singing, whatever, okay? So number one, return to your origins. For many of the masters, their inclination presented itself clearly during childhood. What were you obsessed with when you were younger? Was it music? Was it rapping? Was it rap music? Number two, occupy the perfect niche. Find where your interests align in a field to identify a particular niche in that field that you can dominate. That'd be, thinking about a lane, thinking about, what kind of artist you want to be, your brand, Number three, avoid the false path. We'll be attracted to fields for the wrong reasons: money, fame, parental influence. We have to rebel against these forces and be honest about what our interests are. So you got outside forces. Your parents want you to go to school to be a doctor because, in your culture, that's all of these other things society puts on us to tell us this is what you're supposed to do. Being a rapper is not realistic. Being a rapper is not something that you have to avoid that and listen to yourself, because your calling is what you're going to enjoy doing to the day you die. It's something that you're going to want to do. Even if you're not getting paid, you still get fulfillment and enjoyment out of that, okay? Number four, let go of the past. Avoid the sunk cost of fallacy. If something is wrong for you, abandon it. You're not wedded to your past choices. That's relationships. That's anything that you're in that's holding you back, that's keeping you away from getting closer to you got to let it go. A lot of this book is wishing on a prayer. Is like taking a leap of faith. Is like saying, fuck it. I got one life to live. This is how I want it to be. I'm going to change it and I'm going to do it. I believe in this that much. Okay. Find your way back. You'll be tempted to deviate from the path throughout your pursuit of mastery. Even if you do mistakenly veer away. If you know, something happens where you got to take time away from rap, or you got to put that to the side, or something in life happens, you always got to find your way back to your calling, because if you don't, you're going to have that feeling in your stomach that's saying, what I'm doing, it don't feel right. I know I should be doing something. I know I should be doing something that I want to do, that's that voice, that's your calling. It's calling you, okay? Now, number 2 is submit to reality, the ideal apprenticeship, okay? This is when you decide that I'm going to take this shit seriously. This is my life. No holds barred, balls to the wall. I'm going to put everything into it, okay? Now, strategies for completing the ideal apprenticeship, okay? Well, for completing the ideal apprenticeship, value learning over money. Einstein working at the patent office to give himself time to work on his thought experiments. Learn to get by on little money and give yourself time to learn as much as possible. Don't worry about recognition. Don't worry about popping off. Don't worry about being able to quit your job for this music thing right now, because if that's all you focus on, if that's your supreme goal, when you see that shit not happening in 2 years, then you're gonna quit. You're gonna say, oh, this ain't for me. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make money. When I was doing this rap coach thing, when I first started out, I wasn't making money. I had to give so much of myself, but I wasn't worried about the money. I was worried about what it was gonna be in the future. So, especially in this starting off stage with a lot of you guys just beginning, we get confused, and we see, because it's so easy to record a song at home, release it, and put it out. We mistake that for being ready. We might not be ready. A lot of y'all still in y'all apprentice stage. You're not ready to put your stuff out there in the world quite yet. But if you do, you should not be looking for the greatest praise or the money and everything, because when you don't find it, then, you know, you get into self-doubt. But you got to remember, you are still an apprentice. You are still learning this. You ain't ready for the big leagues, okay? Revert to a feeling of inferiority, okay? I know I skipped one. Zen mind, beginner's mind. If we feel like we already know something or have mastered it, then we stop learning. Need to assume we're beginners and that there's more to learn. That's for you guys that be coming under the comments, oh, I already know this concept, or oh, this is something basic, or you see a video topic and you don't even watch it because you feel like you already know. I mean, the fool thinks he knows everything. The wise man knows he knows nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave no stone unturned. You can't feel like you too advanced, you too big for nothing. That's why I made that Reddit video. You know what I'm saying? You have to revert to the feeling that I don't know shit, I ain't shit. I need to look at every opportunity and everything as a learning experience and a way to grow. Stop looking for this to be your moment to blow up. Keep expanding your horizons. Mingle with as many different people and ideas as possible. They'll all contribute to enhancing your learning. That's why I listen to pop. I listen to R&B. I know you guys, it's hard to get into different genres, but think about what it would do for your development. You got to fight that discomfort. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you feel like you are settling into some circle, when you feel like your shit is getting stagnant, force yourself to shake things up and look for new challenges, okay? Force yourself to shake things up and look for new challenges. Expand your artistry. If you feel like you're not getting the recognition you want, or you feel like the music is kind of getting subpar, or it's not growing, go add something totally funky that you had never done. I mean, we had never expected Lil Wayne to start singing in auto-tune. And look what him just making the decision to start singing and using auto-tune, look what it did for his career. Look what it did for rap. Trust the process. It takes time. As long as you're learning and working, you will keep moving towards mastery. Trust the process. I mean, it goes without saying. You know, a lot of you guys want to, how can I learn to do this fast? How can I do this fast? How can I do this fast? It's not about speed. Speed never equated to good unless you're talking about track, but this ain't track. This is music. This is composition. This is stuff that takes time and takes thought to create something good, okay? Don't get blindsided by seeing your favorite rapper saying, oh, I finished this in 5 minutes, so I did this. You are not him. That is not your path. Stay on your path. Do what works for you. If it takes you 2 days to finish a track, then that's your process. It might take you 2 days, okay? Move towards the resistance and pain, okay? This is what a lot of you like to avoid. move towards the resistance and pain. Once we get good at a part of a skill, we tend to just do that since it's easy and familiar. We avoid our weaknesses. That prevents us from learning. Instead, we must follow the resistant path. We must follow the resistance path, fighting against where we want to go and make it more challenging for ourselves. Okay, so let me give you an example in my life. Okay, I want to be a great investor. That is my goal. That is my passion. That is what I want to do. And so I've dabbled in it. I've done it a little bit, and I've made money. I've lost money, but I know if I want to be good, I gotta study this shit. Like I gotta study it like it's the SATs for years and years and years. And that's why every day when I'm not doing this stuff for you guys, I'm feeding my brain with investment books. I'm reading all of the best trading books, all of the best investing books. I'm learning how to do fundamental analysis, how to do technical analysis. I want to master the stock market. So I'm reading these books and these audio books. It's like, but I have to fight through that. I have to fight through the boringness. I have to fight through watching everybody making money through crypto and everything because that's not my path. When it's uncomfortable, that's when you know you're trying to unlock something, because you're going to a place that you fear. You have to embrace that and fully immerse yourself in it, okay? Apprentice yourself in failure, okay? When a machine malfunctions, it shows you where you need to improve it. Treat your own failures the same way as opportunities for improvement. So when you do put your stuff out there, and when you do ask for honest feedback or criticism, don't get that and take that as, oh man, I shouldn't do this. Take that as, okay, they didn't feel that. Let me work on this. I'm gonna work on my, they ain't fucking with the hook. Let me work on my hooks for 3 fucking months and come back and see how you feel about my hooks. My hooks better now? Okay. Combine the how and the what. Get a full understanding of the skill, not just the recipes or tool. Don't leave parts unlearned. Like I said, don't leave a stone unturned. You feel like you a rapper and you ain't got to know about songwriting and bridges and melodies and tempo and the tonic note and everything. Learn everything, because it's going to help you. It's going to give you the advantage over guys who don't want to learn that shit, over guys who looking for the easy way out. You're going to immediately see why you're better than them guys. I mean, you should see that you're better than your peers just because you in the Patreon and you learning this stuff. You're learning this stuff at a faster pace, and you're able to apply it, and you're able to see if it works, and then go back and then retool it, and then go back and then redo it. And you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Advance through trial and error. It's basically a lot of the same stuff. Try out different paths and adopt new skills. Avoid following a fixed career path. Especially spend your 20s moving around and exploring different paths, learning everything you can along the way. So in rapper terms, this would be, hey, these niggas want to start a group. They want you in a group. Join the group. They got features over here. Do the feature, man. It's a graphic design class at the community college. Go learn graphic designing. Okay, your college offers an audio engineering program. Take that. All this, even though it might not directly correlate to being a rapper, it's gonna help you. The graphic design shit is gonna help you with your artwork. The, you know what I'm saying? The audio engineering thing is gonna help you with your mixing. Do things, figure out things, learn things, and fuck with things that are closely related to your subject that might not necessarily be exactly that, because all of it is going to help you. Your brain is going to be putting together connections that you might not have if you might not have, you know what I'm saying, learned this or discovered this, okay? In this new age, those who follow a rigid, singular path in their youth often find themselves in a career dead end in their 40s or overwhelmed with boredom. The wide-ranging apprenticeship of your 20s will yield the opposite, expanding possibilities as you get older. Think about coach. I learned about all of this rap shit, and then I didn't know it would bring me to be a rap coach. You know, you learning all of this rap and songwriting shit, it might lead you to be a label exec. It might lead you to be a manager. It might lead you to be a fucking A&R. You don't know, but you gotta stay in that field. Stay in that field, learning different stuff. You don't know what's gonna come in the future, okay? All right, now, let's move on to this part 3. Absorb the master's power, the mentor dynamic, okay? This is when you find a mentor, okay? This book is really big on finding a mentor. And as I told you guys, I had a mentor, you know what I'm saying? And this explains why a mentor is important. And I'm your mentor, right? Okay. Strategies for deepening the mentor dynamic. Choose a mentor according to your needs and inclinations. In this case, the right choice can perhaps provide what your parents didn't give you: support, confidence, direction, space to discover things on your own. Look for mentors who can do that, and beware of falling into the opposite trap, opting for a mentor who resembles one of your parents, including all of his negative traits. You will merely repeat what hampered you in the first place. That's why when you guys come to me with your music, I just give you the outlook of, hey, we can improve it, we can execute it better. I'm never gonna tell you it's bad. I'm never gonna tell you it sucks, because I want you to believe in what you can do, believe in your ability. I just want to show you how to improve it, okay? Now, gaze deep into the mentor's mirror. The mentor can show you where you're weakest. Don't be afraid to see it. Get used to criticism, welcome it. Through their realistic feedback, you'll increase your confidence and ability, okay? Transfigure their ideas. As you incorporate their lessons of your master, begin to adapt them to yourself. Don't purely copy them, think for yourself. You have to surpass them eventually. Create a back and forth dynamic. You have to push back sometimes and make it clear what you need from the mentor. Work on the relationship together and adjust their instruction to fit your needs, okay? Hey, I don't have a problem with feedback. I don't have a problem like, but coach, I need help with this, coach. This, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, okay? Iron sharpens iron.